Whether you're a beginner gardener or a seasoned farmer, understanding the best times to plant different crops is crucial for a successful harvest. In this video, we'll cover the essentials of planting calendars, seasonal guides, and provide tips for optimizing your gardening efforts throughout the year. So, what is a planting calendar? A planting calendar is a schedule that outlines the optimal times to sow, transplant, and harvest various crops. It takes into account factors such as your region's climate, frost dates, and the specific requirements of each plant. Using a planting calendar helps you plan your garden effectively, ensuring that your plants thrive and produce the best yields. You gotta understand frost dates. Frost dates are critical when planning your planting schedule. The last frost date in spring marks the end of freezing temperatures, while the first frost date in fall indicates the start of a colder weather. These dates vary depending on your location and play a significant role in determining when to plant your crops. So you want to know how to find your frost dates. Consult local resources, check with local agriculture extensions or gardening clubs for region-specific frost dates. Use online tools and databases such as the USDA Plant Hardiness Zone Map to find average frost dates for your area. Here's a brief seasonal planting guide. Spring is a perfect time to start planting many crops as the soil warms up and the risk of frost diminishes. Here are some key steps and crops to consider. Prepare your soil. Add compost and organic matter to enrich the soil. Start seeds indoors. Begin with crops like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost date. Use direct sow. Plant cool season crops like lettuce, spinach, radishes, and peas directly in the garden once the soil is workable. Now it's time for summer. Summer brings warmer temperatures, making it ideal for heat-loving plants. Ensure your garden is well watered and mulched to retain moisture. Key summer crops include warm season vegetables. Plant tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, and beans. Utilize succession planting, sow additional crops of lettuce, carrots, and beets every few weeks for a continuous harvest. Also, utilize pest management. Keep an eye out for common pests and use organic methods to control them. Now let's take a look at fall planting. Fall is a great time for cool season crops and preparing your garden for the next year. Follow these tips for a bountiful fall harvest. To extend the growing season, use row covers and cold frames to protect plants from early frost. Plant hardy vegetables. Focus on crops like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Utilize garlic and onions. Plant garlic cloves and onion sets to harvest the next following summer. Now let's check out a winter planting guide. Winter gardening is possible with the right techniques and crops. Utilize indoor gardening and cold frames to keep growing throughout the cold months. Use indoor herbs and greens. Grow herbs like basil, parsley, and cilantro along with leafy greens like lettuce and spinach indoors. Use cold frames and greenhouses. Use these structures to protect hardy vegetables and extend the growing season. Also, plan for spring. Use winter to plan your garden layout and order seeds for the upcoming year. Here are some tips for successful seasonal planting. Rotate crops. Avoid planting the same crop in the same spot each year to prevent soil depletion and pest buildup. Also, utilize companion planting. Use companion planting techniques to enhance growth and deter pests naturally. Keep a garden journal. Track your planting dates, weather conditions, and harvest to refine your gardening practice over time. By following these planting calendars and seasonal guides, you can optimize your garden's productivity and enjoy fresh homegrown produce throughout the year. Happy gardening.